Hello, George the Cat here, aka Nick of a Million, or Nico Fur, and I'm gonna talk again. Well, can't really say again, but I'm gonna talk about one of my favorite series and some news in regards to it, which would be Touhou Project. And yeah, I just happen to have this simply because, well, I finally got around to putting it on my tablet PC, which actually runs very well. Now then, and honestly, before anyone asks, why do you have a Touhou game on a portable device? Think about it. Touhou game on a portable device. I mean, why not? But enough of that. I'm gonna be this is gonna be kind of a reaction in regards to a couple of articles here on one of the Touhou Project fan pages on Facebook. Um, let's see. One of which is in regards to NIS America localizing one of the Touhou Project fan games for Western release this summer. Basically, a Touhou Genzo Rondo that's going to be on PS4. And I know that's going to sound weird. Why is there a fan game being released on PS4 when well just said it's a fan game? Well, the thing is, the guy behind the entirety of the Touhou Project series, Zun of Team Shanghai Alice, he actually did give permission for some of his fans to have their games released on PS4 and PlayStation Vita. And because of that, some have already been released, although they are Japanese only. But NIS America is actually doing a doing the localization. So this way you won't need to get it on PC and uh, and get the fan translation because that's how it normally is. If you can't read I keep forgetting if it's kanji or whatever. If you can't read the Japanese language, which obviously would make installing a game a lot harder for some people, but if you can't read the language, you can. There are fans who have like fan translation pages, fan translation patches that you could download. So, but NIS America is going to be taking care of one of the games, which is Touhou Genzo Rondo, and I think that's actually pretty awesome. Some people didn't like the article because the fan page is linking to Destructoid's article, and it's only like a 4 paragraph article, I think. And some people didn't like the fact that it's considered by Destructoid the first officially localized Touhou Project game. Some people lost their shit over it simply because, well, it's a fan game and not an official Touhou Project game. But not to mention the fact that it's being localized. And let's be honest here, in the past, many companies do have problems when it comes to localization. They do all sorts of stuff that, while at times may make sense, such as bumping up the age of certain characters, other times I have to ask why. I don't understand certain other ones, such as well, I'm not going to name names, but certain game does have a relationship building as an element, and one aspect of relationship building was basically scrapped for a Western release. Thankfully, NIS America is not the company that does this. If anything, they remain very true and faithful. I have actually played a lot of games that have been localized by NIS America, and the quality is actually very excellent. There's no weird dialogue. Things just come out more natural from a Western perspective. And even if there are jokes, I have found that a lot of jokes that aren't normal Western jokes are actually kept in. And even though there are times where I don't understand the joke, I will at the very least look it up so I would have an understanding of it. But for those who do understand the joke and the jokes that I do understand, I find great enjoyment in them and love how well NIS America translates it for American audiences. So I see no problem with this. However, some people did have some other worries, such as what's commonly referred to as hipster weeaboos. In other words, people who simply appropriate Japanese culture and pretend to be cool because they're using little snippets of Japanese culture without realizing that they're being rather offensive towards Japanese culture. The hipster weeaboos are the kind of people that they worry about. But as I said in one of my responses to one of the comments, what I see happening is it's kind of like with My Little Pony when Friendship is Magic came out and more people were coming in. There's going to be more fans, but only some are going to be annoying. Not everyone, but some will. Let's see. Another thing I also made mention is that when it comes to the hipster weeaboos, the people who pretend to be Japanese just to be cool, the people who play up Japanese stereotypes because they think it's cool and other crap like that, they're going to be lost. They're not going to understand it because one, they don't understand Japanese culture. Two, the Touhou Project series has its own inside jokes that are actually separate from Japanese culture. So even if you're an American who have no idea about Japanese culture, if you've been familiar with Touhou Project for a long enough time, you're gonna get what kind of jokes are in there. But yeah, as for the hipster weeaboos, they're not gonna understand it. And I've also ended my response with, I think the worst we will see are new people making pad jokes again as an attempt to fit in. And yeah, if anyone wondering, the head made of a of a vampire countess. Uh, there's this long running joke about the head maid wearing pads that got out of hand, and many fans, myself included, find it irritating. But I think that's the worst that we will see from this localization. And at the time of this recording, I have 5 thumbs up for my analysis. Now, the other one, which is interesting, this one came more out of left field, which is that, see, when it comes to the fan games, Zun doesn't normally have no direct control and direct influence. But when it comes to spin-off games such as Urban Legend and Limbo, Zun does have a more direct influence on it because Zun works together with a fan group. Oh my god. Okay, I'm kind of having a brain fart here. Tassafro. Yeah, looking at the website here on the bottom of the disc here, www.tassafro.net. Yeah. Yeah, Zun worked with Tassafro to release spin-off fighting games, and this one is no exception. Urban Legend and Limbo, which was released last year and is praised, and there is an announcement that this is coming to PlayStation 4 as well. I figured people would be happy, but well, some people did make mention of some nice stuff such as the possibility of NIS America localizing Urban Legend in Limbo as well, which I am hoping for. I am hoping for because that would be really awesome. There's also articles saying that it's not going to be a direct port, but rather that there's going to be little things added. I imagine that because there's going to be console gamers who have never heard of Touhou Project. They're going to grab this and they're going to want to know more about these characters. So chances are, if there are extras being added in, it's probably going to be like character history, character bios, stuff that wouldn't really mean much towards those of us who are familiar with these characters, but for those who are new, I think it would be really excellent if that is one of the extras, the character bios. Yeah, I assume that's what's going to happen. We're going to have character bios, probably an art gallery, which would be nice. And I am hoping that there's an additional patch for those who have bought the PC version. I will admit I have not bought it myself because I've been having economic issues, so I have not bought Urban Legend in Limbo, nor Legacy of Lunatic Kingdom, which I have both, but I don't because, like I said, I'm short on money and I need to eat and pay rent and stuff like that. But yeah, this is actually going to be really awesome. So if new fans are coming in and they have like character bios and stuff like that, it would be really awesome. I don't really see any other extras that they would add in. I do also hope that for PC players, there's going to be a new patch, so this way PC players can get those bio pages as well. Although that's probably going to be a pain in the ass for those who those who did translation patches in the first place, because that would mean extra work. But at the same time, some people don't mind doing the extra work to begin with. But with, like I said, with Urban Legend and Limbo coming to PlayStation 4. No word on a Western release, but like I said, I do hope for an NIS translation and localization. But with with this, I think it's really excellent. But I say some people do seem to be acting like they are upset because of the mention of there being more elements to place it to the PlayStation 4 version. There is fear that PC fans who already got the PC version are gonna be left out. As one person put it, who responded to a comment I made, said that those who own the original game are getting shafted. And I don't know if this is serious. I hope this is trolling. I hope this is joking around. But then again, there are some people with the PC master race mindset in mind. And that gets really annoying. And if anyone's wondering what my post is basically this. Please don't tell me people are seriously losing their shit over this. I think it's great that he's branching out, and I applaud him for doing so. And that is my honest opinion. I'm glad that he is branching out. I'm glad that he's making his game available to more people on more than just PC. Because not everyone's gonna afford a high end PC. And although you don't really need high end PCs for these games Hiso Tensoko here, I cannot run it on any of my PCs with that runs Windows XP. Surprisingly enough, I had to run it on my desktop here, which runs Vista. And yeah, I know that sounds funny. I haven't upgraded it, but at the same time, I'm actually fine with it, despite Vista being weird and Vista's odd little annoyances. But yeah, Hiso Tensoko runs very well on Vista, and I've had troubles with getting it to run on XP, even after constant patches to the systems that I tried running it on. But yeah, it looks like people aren't too happy about this, and honestly, I don't see a reason to have a problem with it. But I do hope that there will be a patch to give PC players something extra, even perhaps a way for PC players and PS4 players to play against each other. Well, those are my thoughts in regards to Touhou Project and its releases on PS4, and that's basically what I had to say. And I'm George Cat, aka Neko Vermillion, or Nico Fur, and thank you for watching.